Amada Bynes has been charming TV watchers since she was 10 years old, starring on Nickelodeon's All That. Then she got her own sitcom, What I Like About You, and she had a big hit on the big screen this summer in Hairspray, and now in the new comedy Sydney White. She's a college freshman who tries to join her mom's old sorority.
Sydney, so pleased to meet you.
I'm so excited. My mom had a great experience here.
Katie, have you offered our guests a drink from the refreshment table?
Oh, I'm actually not that thirsty.
No. Katie, the refreshment table? We have a situation. That girl is not Kappa material.
Really? I didn't see anything wrong with her.
Christy, you know you're not as perceptive as I am. That girl wouldn't know her Gucci from her Poochie. Trust me, we do not want a Kappa who behaves that way. See what I mean?
Amada Bynes, good morning.
Good morning. Thanks
so
for
great
having
to see you.
It's nice to see you too.
Such a fun film.
Thank you.
Great one to take your daughters to see.
Thank you.
Sort of a Snow White takeoff, I guess.
Yes.
Right? But it's set in a college. This girl wants to join her mother, has passed away, and it's her dream to join her mother's sorority. Doesn't quite work out though, right?
Exactly. It's basically a modern retelling of Snow White, and it's my first college movie, and it was a lot of fun. There's the evil witch and a Prince Charming, and Matt Long played the character. He did an amazing job, and it was really a fun movie. So
the evil witch was the president of the sorority.
Yes, exactly. Sarah Paxton did a great job. She is really funny, and it was a fun movie playing the Snow White character, definitely.
And there are all sorts of references to Snow White. There's a poisoned apple, but it's an Apple computer.
Yes, I get an
right.
Apple computer from my father, and
right.
then the evil witch, Sarah Paxton's character, poisons it by getting a hacker to ruin my college essay. So there's a bunch of different subtle hints to Snow White in the movie. Definitely. And
also some references to you personally. I know you're a big comic book fanatic, right? And your character
yes.
is too.
Yeah, well, I grew up loving Archie comics, and I was obsessed, and I collected them. I had like 400. I still have them. And I basically, when I was meeting to do this movie, I said, what if my character had a comic book obsession, and so they added it in, and now my character is a comic book freak as well. So it kind of makes her relate to the dorks. Basically, instead of dwarfs in the movie, there's seven dorks.
7 dorks,
yeah,
right?
So
and she ends up living with them.
She ends up living with them, like Snow White does with the dwarfs, and she ends up kind of bringing them out of their shells. They're all sort of dorky. A lot of them have never, been on a date with a girl or have gone to the gym. All these different things. So I kind of bring them into the real world.
And they run for office in the campus, and
yes.
we don't want to give it away, but it's such a sweet movie, and it is sort of about people who don't fit in and nerds. And
yeah, definitely.
Is that something that you could draw upon at all from personal experience?
Definitely. I grew up, and I had like terrible acne when I was like 13, and even though you wouldn't think that would make you insecure or whatever, it really does. And I felt really afraid to go out or be seen, and so I definitely can relate to dorky feelings and all of that. So I wanted to make a movie that made people feel comfortable in their own skin, no matter what they look like or status.
So you were really afraid to go out. Is that why you turned to comedy and being funny? Was that a way of dealing with some of that?
I think so. I mean, I definitely, when I was 13, when all the girls were, turning into women and looking cute, I felt very awkward. And I went on Accutane, which actually really helped me. And but for 6 months while I was on it, my face was so red, and it dries you out from within. So I felt really awkward, and I never went to the movies with my friends because I felt so ugly, and I felt like I was so I felt hideous. But anyway, but because of Accutane, it really it helped me, and sort of gave me confidence once my skin cleared up.
Yeah, that's hard. I mean, it's something that a lot of girls go through, and a lot of girls really see you as a role model. What do you want them to see in you that inspires them?
That I'm not perfect. I think that I really believe that you don't have to be perfect in order to be an actress or whatever you want to be, and also that I really feel like if you put your mind to something, that you can achieve it.
You, even though you're young, and unfortunately, I think anyone who's a young woman in Hollywood gets lumped into this big category, and people say, wow, how do you stay out of the tabloids? How do you not make mistakes? How do you stay grounded? There's probably more good girls in Hollywood than bad, but the bad ones get a lot of the attention.
Yeah, I definitely am not perfect, and when, people ask me, I really feel like everybody makes mistakes, and I've made tons of mistakes, and I feel like, all those other girls are so talented, and I'm just lucky to be, doing what I'm doing, and I'm definitely not perfect, but I don't know, I guess I have, strict parents who I, don't want to disappoint, and I look up to them, and other than that, I'm really not perfect. I'm not that cool.
Oh, yeah, you are.
No,
You're so
I'm not.
cool. And you have a new clothing line, we should mention, with clothes under $20
Thank you.
for
Yeah,
kids,
Dear.
which is so nice.
It's being sold at Steve & Barry's,
Yeah,
and
good
I had
for
a lot
you.
of fun designing that. I always wanted to be a fashion designer. I never thought I was going to be, so it's very exciting, and it's all inexpensive, cute clothes for girls.
Yeah. Well, you're the cutest.
Oh, no,
yeah,
you
you're the
are.
best. We love
Thank
you.
you.
Yeah, you're so great. And the movie's really good to take your daughters to. I'd recommend it. It's Sydney White. It opens nationwide Friday, September 21st. Thanks, Amanda.
Thank you very
Mwah.
much.